to miss this.
Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the great Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now for the official introductions, we turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right, did you feel that energy? Did you hear that beat in the music? If anything's going to get you ready for a fight, it's that.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Scoring hook. Nice counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
How about that time counter shot? That hook doesn't score. Nice counter. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Good counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. Couldn't land that jab. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You're better than that, kid.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just the same again. Don't change.
Here we go. It's round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Bombs away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Missed him with that uppercut. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Only catching air with that hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Solid punch. And he misses with that straight left. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just misses with that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which fighter will say no mas? You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Catch and shoot. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
perfect counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That punch is beginning to take its toll. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. A perfect counter lands. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I love that. That jab is slick.
For this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident.
Here we go to the fourth round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They exchange punches. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight. A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Robinson in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen
Nice
sink.
round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice counter shot. Miss with that jab. Hook misses. Good counter punching. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? A lot of effort being exerted here. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man.
On to the sixth round. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That jab misses. And he misses with the left uppercut. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. That will do it. Tough luck here as this fight is over.
I think the referee forgot until all of a sudden, yeah, you know what, I better do my job here.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
Just like another, like TKO, it's Teddy Pendergrass all over. TKO is spot on.